Yeah, we find her, the beautiful girl we've been missing. We wanna have her kissing. We find her, now we in love. Say go so, the remix.
DMB, Tux Bites, remix.
Now if I had to lose you like a bad phone connection, I'd change my game to get a better reception. Sit back, let's start this interaction. Don't fight the feelings, just a chain reaction. Your heart won't give you the wrong instructions. Like my GPS, yes I got the right direction. We gotta merge together like a road intersection. Last stop is gonna be my love and affection. I ain't like the mother dudes, they wanna call you shorty, but I'ma call you a beautiful girl. I took your picture home, my mama saw it, she's a very, very beautiful girl. I wanna put you in my video, cause you're so beautiful. You're a beautiful girl. So when you hear us on your radio, turn up your stereo. It's beautiful girl.
Gotta find a shorty, what's worth of a lady. It's nice but maybe doesn't look like 40. It's taking a little time. I wasn't seeing no signs, any traces of my baby. Who's gonna be my baby? But I thought I'm gonna take my time. But then it took a long fun eye. I saw a shorty passing by. She's got this very pretty smile. It was right at the pen station. I tried to make a conversation, holding her arms, feeling so tough. I felt the sensation. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Now I realize I found me a beautiful girl. She's a model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it by. Beautiful girl, sparkling eyes, a killing eye. I found me a beautiful girl.
Body me LP, oh yeah,
My wish came true when I saw you, girl. God must have blessed me with your beauty, girl. Looking so right from your head to your toe, shaped like a cocoa bottle with a smile of a queen. My queen to be, you my destiny. Got a body of a goddess with your beauty. I'm impressed and I'm never in distress. Come on over and be mine. Been searching for a man and now all the cats keep looking to mine. With a sexy walk and a sexy talk, she must be from a planet called the sexy world. I know I ain't tripping, better yet I'm thinking put a ring on the finger, we look good together. Take your place in my heart with your beauty. I'ma say that I'll never turn away. Who would think I'm in love?
Such the way she smiles at me just really makes me weak. The way she speaks to me just really make me go so weak. Keep staring in her eyebrows. All I kept on saying is wow. Your beauty shines and breeze at night. All I really want in my life. Oh yeah. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl, sparkling eyes, killing tight. I found me a beautiful girl. Yeah, beautiful girl, most beautiful girl. Yeah. Beautiful girl.
Damn. Money. You seen her? Hot Ice. Have you seen her? LP. Have you seen her? I'ma go over to Tux Bites. I know you've probably seen her. He has a lot of beautiful girls with him. Tux, it's DMB, baby. Look.
Beautiful.
I look for a while, but I can't seem to find a beautiful girl so I can make her mine. Time after time I've been searching for a while, but every girl I meet never seems worthwhile. What can I do? I pray to God for an answer. I feel pains in my heart like cancer, and when I find her, I'm gonna romance her. Lace of her presents and gifts, call me Santa Claus. I make a heartbeat pause. That's my girl, homeboy, not yours. The girl of my dreams, she's more than I ever thought. Show me Aston Kutcher, I think I'm getting punked. She's what I really want, so I'ma go get her. Since I'm a go getter, you know I'm gon' get her. And I will give her the world, anything for my beautiful girl.
Psych. Ooh, it's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl, sparkling eyes, killing time.
Man of prestige. Ha! Now this guy win. Now you win. Now you win today. Now you win. Now you win. I agree. Man of prestige. Now man you be.
I'm sure some people will be jealous now the way I talk about Ola. But I have learned a lot from him. That's why I keep telling you to follow him. If you don't follow Man of Prestige, now you know.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Ola coming to you live from my Empire Pro Studios. This is Man of Prestige. How you day? I hope you guys are doing well. Shout out to my sponsors, Mo Fresh, Richie, Natu, Adeswa, Film Girl, Open Floor by Tima, Shell Mama, Gorex Corner, and of course D-Love. I appreciate all of you. As you're coming into this video, live stream, replay, it doesn't matter. Just do me a favor. Do me a big favor. Do me a solid. Hit that like, share, subscribe. Turn up your notifications so you're notified when we do go live. I want to say thank you, thank you. D-Love is here. Good to see you, D-Love. For some reason, my numbers they're looking weird. But let me just make sure that everything is looking good on my end. If you can hear me loud and clear, D-Love, I beg, let me know you can hear me loud and clear. But yes, we have a special guest today. Today we have a big show. That's right. We have a big, when I tell you we have a big show today, we do have a big show. This is very close to home for me, okay? So this is a conversation, okay? And we're gonna have a good time. Thank you, D-Love. She said loud and clear. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hit that like button, share, subscribe when you're coming in so we can ping everyone else into this conversation. Today we're talking about rising above unexpected challenges in matrimony. And yeah, we're gonna have a conversation today. Do me a favor, if you haven't downloaded the book yet, you can download the books for free, the PDF versions for free at loveandprestige.com. We are in pre-launch. This interview series is actually for the pre-launch, which is 19 days from now. So December 30, the books will be live everywhere: Amazon, Kindle, audiobook, all of that. You know, paperback. You want it to be sent to you at home. You will have access to all of that from home. All right. I appreciate you. Right, so today is a conversation. Like I said, I do have a special guest, someone that's very dear to my heart, someone that I've known all my life. Literally, I've known him all my life. Okay, so like I said, I don't remember a time that I don't know this person. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, members of the Prestige family, today is an extraordinary day. Okay, because like I said, not only is he family, but he also brings with him a wealth of knowledge and experience that spans the realms of journalism, politics, the intricacies of life. Okay, allow me to introduce someone very close to my heart, a beacon of wisdom, my uncle and our resident, starting today. We're still going to talk about that today. Our resident political analyst and consultant, High Chief Oladimeji Abitogun. He's no stranger to the world of journalism. With his roots firmly planted in the dynamic landscape of the 90s, he began his career as a highly respected journalist in Abuja, Nigeria, contributing to the legacy of what is now The Nation, one of the leading newspapers in the country. His journey, however, extends beyond the newsroom. As the editor-in-chief and publisher of sharphedgenews.com, he continues to shape narratives and provide insights into the political landscape. His family ties further enrich his perspective, being a nephew of one of the greatest politicians in the early 80s in Ondo State, Nigeria, Chief Olaiya Fagbamigbe. So we're talking about Chief Fagbamigbe's nephew, like, come on, right? Today we delve into the multifaceted discussion with High Chief Oladimeji Abitogun. Our focus will be on rising above unexpected challenges in matrimony. In his unique and compelling story, he will shine a light on the one-night stand, a tale of DNA and paternity fraud crisis in Nigeria. We'll also talk about that. I know that's one of your favorite topics. Additionally, we will navigate through the alleged fraudulent activities surrounding the present administration of Ondo State, led by Governor Arakunrin Rotimi Akeredolu. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to a man of integrity, a seasoned journalist, and a source of inspiration, High Chief Oladimeji Abitogun. Let's embark on a journey together. Brother G, I know
Oh,
you were
yeah?
lost for a second. You're like, is he talking about me?
Yeah. So, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
Absolutely.
It's a pleasure to be on this frontline platform, and a warm and hearty greetings to all the viewers and followers of and uh,
Yeah, it's freezing. It's freezing. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can loud
Okay,
and
you
clear.
can. Okay, it's back now. It's back now. We were freezing for a second. So, sorry, go ahead.
Yes, like I said, it's a wonderful feeling to join the viewership and followership of man of prestige all over the world, particularly from homeland Nigeria, Africa, and all the continents of the universe.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, you don't have your earpiece. Do you have the earpiece or you took it out?
I have it on.
You have it? Okay, perfect. All right, good. Awesome. So, we're going to have a conversation today. It's let me just talk a little bit about our relationship, right? Today my wife cuts my hair today, right? When I was growing up as a teenager, this man was responsible for, especially when it comes around, okay? When it comes around, is one of our favorite seasons in our household, all right? And he used to have like this, if you remember, like the comb and the blade, the razor blade. And he would give us a nice clean haircut with a comb and razor blade. Hey, long time. It's been a long time coming, bros. He's I Chief today. Mama call me Lenu. We'll go back and forth. I'll call him Chief. I'll call him High Chief. But really, to me, it's Boradeji. His full name is Oladimeji Abitogun, but that's what we know him as in the family. But like I said, I've known him since I remember, And I watched him. He's an alumni of I guess they call it the Akungba. He used to be Ondo State University in Ado Ekiti, but now it's Ekiti
right.
State, and they call it what they call it now. I'm trying to remember now. They call it. Say that again, please.
Now you can, that is an insignia of the university, and we have had many lives. We were the original Obafemi Awolowo University, and then when the military struck, 31st December 1983, we.
Okay. I see that you're coming in as a second device. Are you ready for that?
Right. Yes.
Okay, let's see if we can bring that up to the screen so we can have a cleaner experience here.
All right. Please hold on one sec.
Okay. All right. Let's see if I can mute the other one. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, it's perfect. Better. Much better.
Yes.
All right. So I removed that from the stage. I can see you in the other one now. Are you there? It looks like it's frozen.
Yeah.
Everybody, pardon us. They said much better. The audience is saying much better. You can hear me now, right? She's still hooking it up. Okay,
I can
good.
hear you loud and clear.
All right, perfect. We were talking about the last thing I said while you're hooking that up, right? You're looking good. It sounds better already. All right. The last thing.
Hold on 1 second, please.
Okay, let's hold on 1 second.
Troubleshooting here.
All right, cool. All right, so they're gonna get that ready for us while we'll make sure that everything is good. All right. Just wave once you're ready. Wave to me once you're ready. I'll bring you back up. All right. Oh, you're ready? I can't hear you. I think you can hear me, but I can't hear you. Make sure the microphone is on. Yeah, make sure it's plugged in. Aha. All right. We're patient. We're patient. The Prestige family, we are patient, right? So we can get this right. All right. Shout out to all 6 of you that's watching us live right now. Do me a favor. Hit that like button. I only have 1 like. Let somebody hit that like button right now so we can ping everyone else into the room. Let's see here. Start. Did you hit the like button? Let's see. I can't hear you yet, just in case you're trying. I cannot hear you yet. I think it's okay. It was going in and out. I think I can hear you now. Try it again. Say something again.
Hello, can we hear you?
Perfect.
Each other? Good.
Yes, I can hear you now. Can you hear me now?
All right. Yes. Can you see me?
I can see you, but it looks like the screen is frozen. Let's make sure that everything's good. Can you hear me though?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, the screen is frozen. Move the laptop around a little bit. Maybe we can get some action. Yeah, your audio is out, but I can't. You're frozen and. All right. Shout out to Lady Navarre. Lady Navarre, I see you. How you doing? All right. Let's see. Oh, wow. Let me see. Did you turn off the
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, but the screen is frozen. The camera is frozen for some.
Okay, wait. Sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
You can hear me, but I can't hear you. I can't. You're frozen. I can hear you now. I've been hearing you, by the way. Sorry about that. But but
You can hear me, but you
I can
cannot
hear
see
you,
me.
but your picture is frozen. Yes, your picture is frozen. So let's see about this. Let's see what we can do. Is your phone still on? The phone, was it still on? It looks like it's still on.
Is the picture still frozen?
Yeah, it's still frozen. Yeah. It's still frozen. It might come back on later. I don't know. But maybe we can just talk. It's the phone here, right? Try. Oh, okay. So, okay. I see you turn off the camera and you turn it back on, but it's still frozen. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I see that you try to turn the camera on, but it's still frozen. Maybe you can try to come back in again, and then I'll warm up the audience while we're trying that. There you go. All right, everybody. We're trying to get this right for you. He's actually going to be a big part of our family here in terms of being a political analyst and consultant for politics and stuff like that. But we're going to try to make sure that his internet is right before we start that so that we can have a good experience. Okay? All right, but how's everybody doing though? How's everyone doing? All right? How's everybody doing? Good. All right. So like I was saying, the book, we're getting closer and closer. Right now we're working on the audiobook, okay? Just to make sure that it's right, because I know many of you prefer audiobooks to everything else, you know. So we're making sure that that's clean for you before we dump them into the depot. So that's going to be a lot of fun. The next 19 days is going to be a lot of fun. So we're getting down to it. Okay. Yep. So let's see. More Fresh, how you doing? Good to see you. You're here patiently. Oh, you guys are nice. It's nice. Yep. So while we're doing that, we always have something we can talk about, of course, right? That's what we do here, right? Anyway, there's been a lot going on in this internet streets, okay? All right. There's been a lot going on. I'm trying to see. Let's see here. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Can we? I can hear you perfectly, and you look good. Okay. So hopefully the internet is stable. No, you're moving now. I can see your mouth moving and your hands are moving. All right. All right. They've been patient. They've been patiently waiting. I was about to pull some trending news that we can talk about. 1
second. Let us adjust our studio light a bit, please.
We can see you. Don't worry about it. Don't mess it up, Brady. We can see you clearly. Don't worry.
All right.
You look good. All right. And the motion is better than the other one. And we're gonna like I was telling them before you came back on that we're going to work on the internet on your end so that we can have good experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now in the 90s, okay, I grew up in the late 80s into the mid 90s. And what we were talking about, are you there with me still?
Yeah, I'm here with you.
Okay. All right, good. And what we were talking about is that it used to be Ondo State University.
That's right.
And they call it something else today, right?
Yeah, and I said, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Yeah, and I said that our university has had many lives. Originally, when it was started by the Adekunle Ajashi Akyomoboriwo administration in the Second Republic, it was known as Obafemi Awolowo University. And then when the military took over...
Really? I didn't know that.
Yes, that was the original OAU. And when the military took over, 31st December 1983, over time, they changed the name to Ondo State University, Ado Ekiti. Thereafter,
sorry, I'm missing you at thereafter.
Thereafter,
okay.
After it was changed, after the name changed to Ondo State University, Ado Ekiti, at another point, the name changed to University of Ado Ekiti. So for the fourth and hopefully the last time now, it is known as Ekiti State University, Ado Ekiti.
Oh, really? It's Ekiti State University now?
That's right.
So what was the last name before that?
University of Ado Ekiti.
UNAD. That's the last name I know. Right. That's the last name. Wow, I didn't realize they changed the name again. That's crazy. Now, at Ado Ekiti, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to do some recollection from what I remember growing up, knowing you as my favorite uncle, and knowing all the stories. You were a troublemaker.
Well,
no. Okay, let me say that. That's not what I was going to say.
I had the notoriety of making positive and good troubles. One, remember, and then you will remember this. When I was at after my high school education in my birthplace, Ayede Ogbese, Community Comprehensive High School, Ayede Ogbese. Remember, I had to go to Oyemekun Grammar School, Akure, where...
Right, for what they call HSC, right?
That's right. And so, even from high school in Ayede Ogbese, I had been practicing my own form of journalism, which at any rate, will pass for alternative media. And the protest culture was developing, and we were holding authorities to high standards, and we were asking the unusual questions.
Sorry, unusual questions. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
For example,
What I noticed is that once I interrupt you and come back, it brings you back. You said unusual question, yes.
yes, unusual question. Those kind of unusual, because people make it look like, today in Nigeria, why are teachers, why are university lecturers, professors dating students? But that kind of problem did not just start today. It's been an endemic thing with us in Nigeria. In fact, these were the things that caught our attention. Yes, I mean, fellow students, if we're talking of mixed schools or any form of school, could be friends to each other, but there were lines that they should not cross. But those teachers did not draw boundaries, and they were
So you said the teachers did not draw boundaries?
They did not. Openly, you will find principals who did that in those days. You will find teachers who did that. And we were asking questions, and we were parodying them. And
so you were the one that was policing the teachers that were sleeping with the students?
Well, what is a journalist supposed to do? We're supposed to be a kind of a watchdog, which is, you may not call us police, but in a way, it's social policing. So we were always whooping them into line, and they never loved that. You will remember that when I raised dust about somebody embezzling about 2,000 naira, which was a big money, that Shifolufalai Kabiyesi, now His Royal Majesty Obalufalai, had donated to that community school. And because of that, during the prize giving,
and you started asking, and you forgot about the what Baba, my grandfather, sent you there to do. You started asking questions about
what Papa sent me there to do. For me, beyond it being extracurricular, I was there to acquire education and morals. And that is the essence of education. Whether you are taking education from the classical point of view, during Plato, Socrates, Aristotle, Alexandria, all of them, that moral component is not negotiable. And so when the bar was going to be lowered, we were asking the right questions. And you remember the big price I had to pay during the prize giving day. Although,
I was going to say, how did that work out for you?
Yes, momentarily. It looked like the authorities in the school had zero tolerance for my kind of questioning and the way I was focusing the light on all those both
Are you there?
in mock examination and WAEC. And I was supposed to be given first prizes in 7 subjects in which I had come first. So what the school authority did was to invite my mother as the chairperson of the prize giving occasion. And then nobody else was given the prizes I had won, but I was not given those prizes. And I just felt like, there is always a prize, even for trying to hold authorities to high standards. There is always a prize. So, yes,
that's true.
Yes, whether Nnamdi Kanu is asking for respect for people of Igbo descent, whether Showore is saying there must be generational shift, whether it is you who unlike
Yeah. Are you there?
they will look that yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
All right. I can hear you. Continue. Yeah.
Yeah, there are people who would misconstrue and misunderstand your intentions and purposes. So, you know what I did? They took 7 prizes away from me, which I had legitimately won. I think it was about 3 or 4 years later. I came back to the school and I donated more than 50 books to the library. How about that? You respond with positive attitude against people who cannot stand your positive actions for making a good, if not a utopian society.
Wow. Somebody here, one of my favorites here, she said, back in the day, no one shed light on sexual harassment in college. Lecturers got away with it. One lecturer, we won't bench me. We won't bench me. Now my boyfriend saved me from him. He go beg him new, or like begging. So now it's gotten worse since then. There was a what do you call it, like a documentary by BBC a couple of years ago about the misbehaviors of the lecturers. I think they called it is it Sex for Grades or something like that. It was big.
Oh yes,
viral.
Sex for grade, and for boys at times
Right.
they have subtle way of suggesting to boys or young men, undergraduates, oh, I'm building this new house. Can you come and can you come and assist in doing the POP ceiling? Can you make something available towards putting in galvanized aluminum or metals for the windows? All kinds of funny ways of
Yeah.
So
Okay.
people who should come out summa cum laude will be graduated 3rd class in Nigeria. That is how debased, how compromised that system is.
Speaking of the compromise system, we're going to obviously today we're not going to finish you and I's conversation. We're going to get the internet right, and then we're going to continue our conversations into the state of Nigeria as a nation, as one of Nigeria is literally the what they call it, the giant of Africa. That's literally what it is, right? And we have to, we can contribute our own quota to having the conversation. And how things can be better, and you are more enlightened about the state of that country, particularly from a political standpoint, than I am. So you'll be helping us shed a lot of light on that over time. In the early 2000s, I think I just came back here too. Maybe I was 3-4 years in. It's like 2001. Yeah, literally. I was probably, like a couple of years after I got back here in 1998. A couple of years later, I heard the news that you were in a terrible accident, and it was obviously a bad news indeed. If anybody had been paying attention to what I said about your relationship with Shola and I, my younger brother, and my family, you got in trouble a lot with the family because of your mouth. Sorry, Oriade, but this is my uncle now for a second, right? But somehow you always made your way back to our house. I felt like you felt safe a lot with my dad. You felt, you felt safe a lot with him, and of course the way we're excited when you come around. Even with my mom, like my mom is not. We've always had uncles around, We had uncles that lived permanently with us. It was kind of like holidays that you made it to us, right? And so that relationship, considering that relationship, hearing that news, there's a couple of news that I heard coming here and being. I was in my late teen years, early 20s, and I would hear some news, which is it's just quite a lot of bad news in that era, you know. And one of them was that you were in a terrible accident, and eventually you made a call out to me, and you made your way out into the United States.
Sure.
For treatment and many things. So I want you to tell us a little bit more about that phase of your life and what you might want us to take away from that. We're talking about late 90s into early 2000s now.
Yes. Very interesting and a thought-provoking stage of my life. Certainly about the most critical stage in all life.
I lost you at most critical stage.
Yes, in
Okay.
most critical stage of the lifelong experiences. Can you hear that?
I can hear you. Yes. I just have to interrupt when it's breaking down and then it brings you back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people were thinking of the wreck in which I was involved as an auto accident. No, it was more than that. You will remember that that was the stage, that was the point at which certain individual powerful Nigerians were standing trial for the loot that had characterized the years of General Sani Abacha's dictatorship.
Right.
And God bless the soul of the late Attorney General and Minister of Justice, who at another time was a Minister of Power and Steel in Nigeria.
Power and Steel, Minister of Power and Steel, Nigeria.
Was Power and Steel Minister by.
What was the name of the minister?
Yeah, I said Chief Ajibola James Ige, the one.
Okay. Chief
the
Ige.
oldest Cicero of SRK.
Right.
The man we all remembered as Bola Ige.
Right.
So he was one of the ministers who had given me very cozy and comfortable encouragement as a journalist in Abuja.
Mm-hmm.
And I stumbled on what is popularly known in journalism as a scoop. By any standard, any journalist will run to town with that. This was the detailed confession of an influential minister. I'm deliberately avoiding.
Sorry, you're avoiding somebody's name or something?
A situation in which somebody will feel like it's being defamed. But this is what actually transpired in Nigeria and what is still going on in Nigeria of today.
Right.
And this minister, so influential, he had used his position to acquire illegitimately, unlawfully, properties all over Abuja and everywhere, and a certain sum of money in cash was caught with him. And so this matter dragged on, and for an administration like that of Chief Olusegun Obasanjo that had promised a strong fight and push against corruption and fraud. And see, I am a journalist. I'm not part of the administration. I will not comment whether it did well or not. My job will stop at reporting. I will not editorialize. But in my view,
in your view,
I should be
Sorry, you said in your view,
in my
right?
view, coming up with the laws that established ELCC and ICPC indeed was a landmark development in Nigeria. My job as a journalist is not to give anybody any pass mark or not, but let me just report that from what I witnessed. And I think I probably was the first journalist to score an exclusive interview with the then newly appointed chairman of ICPC, Independent Corrupt Practices Commission, Justice Akombi Mustafa. And that man, in my interactions with him, he told me that if somebody, a public official or officer, was caught stealing public funds and they started prostrating and begging, that was even enough.
Sorry, you're breaking up. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, continue. Yeah.
Yeah, Justice Akombi told me that the mere fact that somebody was prostrating alone, begging to be let off the hook without offering money yet would qualify as trying to influence and pervert cause of justice. And I thought it was quite serious. So I took the administration seriously at what they promised the country. And so I and a few other journalists were feasting on that scoop, detailing what that general had confessed to taking away inappropriately from the Nigerian taxpayer.
Right. All right. So we're missing.
And that, just wait. I'm setting up.
Yeah, I got you. Just back up a little bit so I can see your face. Your There you go. And then you can continue.
So
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, all right, go ahead. Somebody said, do you think it'd be better to do audio only, like calling? Yeah, the only calling facility we have here is the same thing, unless I'm not sure if the camera. Is BJ there with you? Maybe we can turn off the camera and we'll just talk. Maybe to help with streaming better. We can continue like this. I just have to interrupt you when it's breaking, and then you'll continue again.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, let's do this. I want to jump right into marriage. Around about the same time.
Let's conclude on that. I need
to
please.
Impression
on the so-called auto crash.
Right, please. That's what you were doing. Yeah.
Yes. So, in the course of reporting on this matter, I had traveled in the company of the then Minister of Education, of blessed memory, the late Professor.
Professor Wu? We're breaking up. We're breaking there. You said late Professor.
Okay. Abraham Babalola Borisha.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's the father of one of my best friends, as a matter of fact, from Ife.
He was the professor. He was an associate professor at Ife.
At Ife, yes.
But a native of Ushiekiti.
Oh, so they're from. I never knew they were from Ekiti.
So, on my way back, I opted out of the minister's entourage and decided to touch base with my old dad. That year, my father was, I think, 91 years old. And, I was a child of his old age.
Right.
And we're talking of me being 30 plus. So I needed to touch base with him. I had a stopover and then to attend to my words, blessing and the Onyekashi.
Sorry, I lost you at blessing.
they were my words. They were in boarding school. I needed to touch base with them as well, even as I was visiting with my dad.
Right. Right.
And then another matter had cropped up about a certain lady from our ancestral town, alleging that I was responsible for her pregnancy. I said, no problem. So if I had traveled back directly with the minister to Abuja, nothing would have happened to me. And momentarily, are you following me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, momentarily, I stopped in Akure, finishing the entire home affairs. I decided to go to Abuja, and then certain individuals in a van, in a minivan, stopped to give me a free ride to Abuja. I did not.
Somebody stopped to give you a free ride to Abuja.
And you know, as a journalist,
I lost you at somebody stopped to give you a free ride to Abuja.
Certain people
right,
occupying a minivan.
Okay, yes.
From their conversation later, these were state actors, these were state operatives who were angry about the fact that I had been reporting sincerely on the loot that was being that had caught the attention of the trial of the Code of Conduct Tribunal.
Wow. Yeah.
So the attempt at kidnapping me, of course, that spirit in me, and you know the name we answer, Abitogun, the spirit in me rose that no, if these people were even going to kidnap me and kill me, I would still fight for my life.
Till the end.
So I saw an oncoming luxury bus belonging to Chisco company. So I sprang to my feet. I just needed to, because we have
you saw an oncoming bus. I lost you.
Luxury bus.
Right, luxury bus. Okay.
You know, the road that cuts, the road from Akure through Ayede Usho.
Right.
Those are the two, those are the prominent communities on that route. Like
right. It's considered the expressway. What is that? That's part of the expressway, right?
Yeah, but get the joke. You know my connection to Ayede Ogbese and Usho. And
yes.
Now I'm foregrounding those two communities like Nazareth and Galilee.
Yeah, these are the two hometowns.
Two prominent, and any other town may not really exist. I'm just joking, please. Nobody.
Hi, Chief. Okay.
So when we got to that point P, market day, that was where I decided to spring a surprise on the people that were going to kidnap me, to kill me for daring to report on the shenanigans of Nigeria.
On the loot. Sorry. I lost you since whatever you did with the people that were trying to kidnap you.
Yes, I said I sprang to consciousness, struggled to take over the steering so that I would aim that vehicle in which I was being kidnapped. I would aim it at the Chisco so that all of us would just die.
We just die. The luxury bus.
But they struggled. The attempt to gain control of the wheels back ended all of us in a dish, but I was badly trapped. They were still going to burn me there, but the people of Ayede Ogbese heroically stood up. They were going to just watch an accident scene, and then they saw that, this guy is a son of the soil, is a native of this community. And they started to say, some people were saying, but Adeji, and then
okay, I've lost you at Bodadeji. Let's interrupt it. Some people were saying they came to your rescue and they noticed you.
You know, in Nigeria, people would likely want to savor the gory side first before even making an attempt at saving lives.
Right.
So they were going
terrible.
to start washing the entire stuff before they got the shock of their lives that, oh, a native, prominent one, in quote and unquote, in their opinion, was the one that was caught. And already my right femur was already shattered. You needed to hear the sound of the mangled bones, like you drop coins in a metal box or in a bottle. And that right leg, was doing 360.
It was just floating around.
Yes, the neck of
That leg.
So, yes, and then I had struck my head. Later, we found out that that also impacted stuff that affected the nerve between my retina and my brain. And ocular hypertension, they call it, which is known in medical parlance as glaucoma, had developed. So that ultimately led to.
And that's from smashing your head.
Yes. That ultimately led to legal blindness for me.
Right.
And that's why I said we're talking of a major turning point. And apologies to Christian Broadcasting Network for the title of their program, and then the company where I used to work, the publisher of the Comet newspaper, which later
rebranded,
metamorphosed to the Nation newspaper today. The name of that.
The name of that. Are you there with us? The name of that.
The name of that newspaper publishing company was Turning Point Newspapers Limited.
Which Turning Point was what? I missed that part.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. I'm trying to. I mean, not to steal anybody's intellectual property here. What I'm saying is that apologies to Christian Broadcasting Network, CBN in America. They have a program package known as Turning Point.
Gotcha. Yes.
Now, in Nigeria, the newspaper where I used to work was the Comet, but the name of that parent company was Turning Point Newspaper.
Oh, at that time. Okay. Before that. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The Tinubu, the present president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, is the owner of the Nation, or was he, or is he still the owner of the Nation newspaper today?
I think 2004, he and some other investors teamed up, and then
and they purchased it.
They purchased the company, so they changed the name of the newspaper from the Comet to the Nation.
Okay, but is the parent company still the parent company?
You said?
The parent company, the said parent company, is that still the same parent company?
No, they changed the name from Turning Point Newspapers Limited to what they call it today.
Okay, gotcha. All right, good. Thanks for bringing us.
But President Bola Tinubu is the co-investor there.
Is the co-investor? Okay. As usual, she expect that. There's also the co-investor at TVC allegedly, but we don't know.
But you would expect that in the name of or I mean, with due respect, all that governs true democracy and rule of law, that he should have divested his interest.
You're breaking up.
I said, yes, I said, by now he should have removed himself from the day-to-day running of that organization. And I don't think he's involved anyway.
I mean, was he ever involved anyway? This is just a platform for him to release any news he wants to and control narratives and stuff, right?
The good thing for years, the same editor who was able to also mentor me properly, Mr. Agbenga Omotosho, the present commissioner of information in Lagos State.
Interesting.
Yeah, he was the founding editor of the Comet, and for years before becoming the commissioner of information in Lagos, was the editor of the Nation. So
Yeah.
it's unbroken
It's the same circle.
line of succession there.
Yeah. All right, good. So I want to keep promising everybody that we're gonna bring you back solid, and we're gonna make sure the internet is right, because you have a wealth of information and your abilities when it comes to political analysis that we definitely want to tap into. So now, early 2000s, you made your way, for treatment. Eventually, you made your way into, of course, surrounded the circumstances that you just shed the light on. With regards to,
all thanks to you and my former wife.
Aha. So, family, right? So, and then you ended up in a village somewhere called the Bronx. I remember coming to have to see you.
No. Before the Bronx. Let's put this in perspective. When I arrived,
let's do that.
Okay. I had missed them. My former wife Elizabeth and I were.
You were married. You were married in Nigeria before she came here.
And then a month after our marriage, she had to travel.
A month after your marriage, she had to travel. I've lost you there. I'm sure you're coming right back to me. A month after your marriage, she had to travel, correct?
She traveled down here, United States of America, on athletic scholarship.
Correct.
To
play volleyball.
Not just to play volleyball. The athletic scholarship was to play volleyball. She was there for ICT, information, computer technology, something like that. Emphasis on business administration.
Okay.
So naturally, when the U.S. Embassy decided to give me visa for medical rehabilitation here, based on the referral that we secured from Federal Medical Center in Ondo State,
right,
where they had stabilized me relatively, and then connecting with the acceptance to take care of me at the hospital.
We lost you there. Connected with the acceptance
that originated through you from.
Sorry, go back to connected with the acceptance. Go ahead.
Yes, I said based on the referral,
right,
medical referral from Federal Medical Center in Ondo State.
Correct.
Where I was initially stabilized. Connecting that with the acceptance letter that, with the obligation from American doctors to accept to take care of me and my broken parts. I came over, and everybody rallied support for me. The editor at the Nation then. Mr. Agbenga Omotosho, my late Abuja Bureau editor, Mr. Wahab Gadamercy, all the.
Sorry, I lost you there. All the.
In our Abuja Bureau's office. Can you hear that?
They rallied support for you. Yes. I'm hearing you now.
My friends like Adetutu Folash Adekoyi, who is now a senior editor with the Sun newspaper in Lagos, they were all there for me. All of you did spectacularly well. And so as I arrived US, I went to Pittsburgh, where
Correct. Pittsburgh. I remember
yeah,
that.
Pittsburgh
Yes,
in
yeah.
Kansas, not Pittsburgh,
Pittsburgh in Kansas. Yeah.
not Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania, not
Not
Pittsburgh in
PA.
California or elsewhere. Pittsburgh, Kansas.
Right. The
Community
cold
of
Pittsburgh.
a community of about 15,000 people.
That's a lot compared to where some village I just went to in Canada, which had 4,000 people. But go ahead.
You will be surprised that there are villages with a smaller population.
Even smaller, absolutely. 500, 700. Ancient too. Are you there?
Go to Chernobyl, Humboldt. These are small villages that, but in spite of their size, they have all the trappings of a modern civilization. You can't compare between that and somebody living in Okeagula, living in Kajola, Makonjola, Owode Obese, and life in Abuja. You don't, because of the choice people make to live rural life, you don't reduce them to less than human. Food for thought there.
Yeah.
And one other lesson I learned is that we are not going to get it right. Look at the population explosion and the suicide situation. It's almost suicidal for
I lost you at it's almost the big S word. Go ahead. Are you there?
It's almost suicidal. It's completely suicidal.
Okay.
For a city in the name of being called mega or having the description, the slogan of mega, to continue to grow unchecked. These things, you want to have rural urban integration, you must make life in the rural areas, the suburban communities, at par with what you have in Aso Rock.
Right.
It is almost criminal, if not derelict, for leadership to deliberately encourage a situation in which what you have is classism. That in itself is going to be a panacea to self-destruct if it is not shared in a place like that.
So Chief.
So from Pittsburgh, my
from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Your Pittsburgh ends with a H or it doesn't end with a H?
No H. The one in Pennsylvania has H. The one here has no H.
Okay, all right. I used that to bring you back because you were freezing for a second.
It was a coal mining community. When in the past,
right.
It enjoyed relative boom from coal mining in the past.
Right.
So, my friend Jackson Ogbonna Ude, that the world famous Jackson Ude.
Right.
Yeah.
Jackson Point Blank
was always in touch with me, and he even traveled Greyhound all the way from New York to come and see me in
Kansas. Okay.
Yeah, in Kansas, like you did at some point. And
right. You're frozen now. Let's take a deep breath and then we'll start again. Are you there?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
All right, continue.
I said, like you did at some point.
Right.
I mean, you family, great people. But
this is the only reason why I've ever been to Pittsburgh, Kansas. This is not the only reason. This is the only. Who goes to Pittsburgh, Kansas for what?
Anyway, the only other reason was that on that trip to come and see Elizabeth and I. I remember vividly that I got the news that mid-flight you proposed to your wife.
I proposed to my wife
Daniela.
mid-flight to come in to see you. Yes, that's true.
Right.
2006 on my
And,
birthday. Yeah.
I mean, we are so blessed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to have that relationship to today.
Yes.
So
yes.
in Pittsburgh, I was really welcomed by nice people. Caucasian Americans, African Americans, they rallied support for.
So in perspective here, all that time you were already legally blind, declared legally blind. Is that correct?
Yes, because the condition was not detected, and the medications that were given to me
in Nigeria.
Because if you are a glaucoma patient, you have to be careful what people. I mean, you just have to be in full disclosure. And
of what's going on. So are you saying it was handled recklessly? Is that why? Would you attribute your legal blindness to the reckless handling of Nigerian medical practitioners?
Yes, I would say so, because when I noticed that I was spotting broken lines while trying to read in the hospital, I drew the attention of the medical personnel to what I was observing, and I was given the shock of my life that they had no eye clinic.
They have no idea what's going on or how they're going to diagnose or how they're going to treat you.
There was no eye clinic at Federal Medical Center or War in
Jesus Christ.
Now they have one, but in those days they had none. So the saving grace was the support, the quality support, and the timeless support that came from you and my former wife to come over to the US. It was when I got here that the diagnosis came that showed that there must have been a pre-existing condition tending towards that, but that the trigger for it was the impact in that way. And then the indiscriminate or the not really knowing that some ran the wrong counter to what was already malfunctioning.
Right.
In my head, that was a major catalyst for the crisis, because the rate at which it was so rapid, the way I was losing my sight, so much so that within those days.
So much so that Shesho, I'm back with me. Are you there with me? Yes? No?
I said
so much. Go ahead.
The degeneration
of the sight was so rapid
that within 6 weeks I had lost completely the use of my left eye, and the right eye was about going out. So arrived in America, I had surgery and I was stabilized.
That's I can't even imagine.
Very costly too. And don't forget, in those days, I was in status, but I did not have a work permit and insurance. So
you did not, and you went through a lot, you know.
Yeah, thanks.
And I remember that I kept encouraged, because listen, I don't know how I knew, but I just know that at some point everything would be stabilized. Are you there? You're frozen. Say that again, please. You're back now.
I said you would be in a position to know, because we have never been far apart.
Yeah, no, I said, like, I don't know how I knew that you will eventually be fine. There was a lot that you went through you started, obviously you joined your wife in Kansas. You started having children. Shout out to Sheon. Sheon is now 21 years old. And
the humor in it all. How can somebody who's supposed to be nursing broken femur, Bad eyes, be making children. How did I
You made four. You made four of them, Bradiji. What are you talking about? In that same process,
right there? Yeah, I don't know.
you made four of them.
Yeah, but I see them all as blessings from God.
They are blessings. They're absolutely blessings. No, so now let's rewind back a little bit. This one night stand of a thing, right? I want to shed some light on that. Hold on. You're breaking up. Are you there?
Yeah, I said, please wait a second before we get to.
Okay, yeah. Any angle you want to go, anyone.
Yeah,
But
you were
yeah,
talking of me arriving the Bronx in New
the
York.
Bronx. Yeah, in the village of the Bronx,
I
where
remember how Jackson they and I mean, I had offers to. Jackson and I were toying with several ideas, and let me tell you,
right.
that guy, that young man right there, was really fantastic and highly creative. And we find a meeting of minds in terms of intellectual connection and professionalism. You understand? I mean, I don't want to, because there will be occasions to talk more about our relationship and our partnership in
Right.
business. But
Sorry, let it simmer. Let the stream simmer. Are you there? Okay. All right. You should be back now. Good. It's like big bad tomorrow missing control Cody. I just go release there. That's how it's literally operating.
it's all right. Yeah, it's like the radiator trying to boil over.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yes, so we were toying with several ideas. Jackson ended up working with the African Abroad newspaper owned by Alex Kaba. Remember?
Alex Kaba, yes. I haven't seen those in a long time. African Abroad was everywhere in the early 2000s.
Because, and then I also, apart from having to still find time to do some work for the comment and later at the initial stage, the Nation from here.
So you continued working for them. You were still employed by the Nation.
Yes, until I was because they didn't see me coming back and all of that. And I don't even know the details of the
acquisition and how they rebranded.
I started editing U.S. African Eye newspaper owned by Mr. Ty Balofi.
Ty Balofi. Oh my God.
Some people refer to him as Dr. Ty Balofi. I mean, I doff my hat. I respect him, but I do not know if that doctorate is honoris causa or.
Wait. So if I say call me doctor today, you won't start calling me doctor. You need my credentials.
If you are giving Ola, you know the
this
way
is where we go again.
You know the way we are. If you are given honorary doctorate, I won't call you Dr. Ola Abitogun.
Well, why won't you call me? If I give myself honorary doctor and I say call me doctor.
That is not supposed to become your title, Ola. You need a title.
If I say I identify as a doctor today, you won't call me doctor.
If you earn it.
No. If I say I identify as a doctor, this 2023, whatever I identify as, you're supposed to call me that.
But you are assuming what you earn it.
Sorry. You're breaking up now. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me too?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yes.
It's not about you telling me what you want to be called. It's about you earning that title.
So if I say I identify as a doctor and you need to call me a doctor, you won't call me doctor.
You
what if I say I identify as a she? You won't call me a she.
You cannot identify yourself as a chief. You must be installed a chief. If you do that, that is impersonation. You are not going to end up as an impostor.
Hey, okay, all right. Let's continue. Yes. Ty Balofin, Dr. Ty Balofin. You can choose to call him Mr. But if he wants to be called Doctor,
I don't know if he got that doctorate But I respect him a lot, and I mean, he knows that. And then
Yeah, but his newspaper never lasted. I think it was very. If we're going to talk about newspapers, at that time, that were local to the tri-state area of New York, Connecticut, New Jersey. I think it was African Abroad. He was the one who really got the whole market in the chokehold at that time. Sorry, repeat.
Remember African Post?
Yeah, the African Post you started, right? You started with your partners. Yes. Yes.
You know, that newspaper was a table turner. It was.
The African Post?
Yes, it was a landmark newspaper. Remember, that was the newspaper in which we featured the Jackson family, Jermaine Jackson, and the penetrating. We actually traveled to.
You did. You tried, but how long did it last at that time?
Yes, because you know, two of us there were core professionals. The third person was quasi-professional but a diplomat and would not go the way we wanted to go. For example, when we smelled the scoop that something was going to happen to Major
who? Sorry, Major who?
Hamza and Mustafa.
Right. The one that was released not too long ago. It was released not too long ago.
Yes,
right?
we were to release. We were to break a certain report about him, and
he's a diplomat. He can't go against these people. He had to be careful.
Well, I never knew that he was a diplomat initially. So what was he looking for? Why did he foray into journalism? If you mind, is a diplomacy.
He wanted to be the next Tinubu, own the nation, and control the narrative.
Yeah, but
maybe.
Yeah, but you know that is in some way going to force mental.
It was a bad fit for you anyway, not where you're coming from. You being a journalist, it's a bad fit to be in partnership with that kind of person. That will compromise. That will compromise what you were trying to do.
The moment we find out, you know that I just then you can't.
Sorry, it's breaking up. We didn't get it. It broke up. You say you know that. Mm-hmm.
The moment I find out that this person was a diplomat,
right?
I placed a call to you, and I did not stay there 1 minute longer.
Oh, really? That's what happened back then.
You said?
That's what happened back then.
Yes, you remember?
No, I don't. I wasn't paying that much attention.
Yes, but you remember I placed a
call. I remember you placed a call to me. Yes.
And then you came.
Remember. Mm-hmm.
And then that was the end of that. Until few weeks or months later, Sahara Reporters was to start. And
right. Sahara Reporters show, right?
To serve on the board. And I stated my terms. And my friend Omoyele Election felt like, no, you don't come here and do your conservative journalism.
Wait, I didn't know that part of your story. I didn't know that you served on the board of Sahara Reporters. I didn't know that.
And I said, no, if the right of reply is not going to be respected, then that may not be my kind of journalism. And out of mutual respect, I left. Jackson tarried there a while, but later he pulled out and we started Point Blank News.
PointBlankNews.com. Yes.
And then after Point Blank News, the Sharp Edge News for me, and Jackson continues to mind Point Blank News.
All right, so you might not anymore. So you might not realize it. We're already 80 minutes into this live session.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, it flies by really quickly. Yeah. So imagine.
to the nightstand thing.
So imagine when we fix the internet and we start having even conversation and everything is smoothing, right? It will even be much more fantastic. But today, there are two things I want us to touch on, right? Maybe even three things, right? And you have, at this point, you have a ton of wisdom around the topic of marriage, right? Earlier on, you referenced your former wife. We call them the ex-wife here. Former wife is quite formal, right? But ex-wife, right? You referenced your ex-wife, the mother of your 4 kids. But we also, before you got married in Nigeria, she came here to study, and then to on athlete scholarships of sorts, and then you joined her, particularly because of the accident and everything that happened at that time in Pittsburgh, Kansas. And but before you joined her, before you had that accident, you had an encounter that got us to the point of talking about one night stand today. Can you share a little bit with us on that?
Oh yes. You see, success in life is
Success in life. Success in life.
Yes, success
Okay.
in life
Uh-huh.
has its gravitas. It has its pull. It's magnetic. It attracts all kinds of attention and persons towards the. Are you getting me?
Yes, I'm getting you. Yes.
Yeah. If you are relatively successful and you are unsuspecting, people will come around you with preconceived notions and agenda.
And they will follow your bulla by mistake. Is that where you're going with this? Well,
Yeah,
you said yeah. Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay. I said, did you hear what I said?
Yeah. Somebody stumbled on my bola.
Oh, your bulla by mistake.
Well, you see,
Continue.
The truth of the matter
Uh-huh. Sheshuambe.
you escape.
Ha! Jesus. The internet is a liar. Let's go back to the beginning. They follow your bulla by mistake. That's where we lost you. You're back now. Go ahead.
I'm not saying they follow your bola by mistake. All I'm just
Okay.
saying, if somebody is out
Uh-huh.
to get you,
Right.
and that person is determined that no matter the cost, you are going to be caught in the web. You
Okay.
can try, especially if you, if you are not mindful of your response to the stimulation, to the stimulus coming from such individuals in the society. So remember,
Yes.
I mentioned to you somebody offering to give me a free ride to Abuja, not knowing that that free ride also have left to
Not knowing that.
not knowing that these contract killers.
Right. Contract. Yes.
Same way, somebody will come around you, a woman or a man. You let me be gender neutral because I'm not that type of person.
It could be anybody. Yeah.
That will put a woman down. And then don't forget that I was really big as a journalist in reporting issues relating to women and standing up for
Right.
rights.
You were. This was just who you were. You fought for the. You fought against injustice. You fought for the underdog. You were the watchdog. Social justice. All this was basically what you were. That's why you were not like we always knew that as a politician it wasn't going to fly for you, even though you were hanging around the likes of the greatest when it comes to Nigerian politics. It was obvious because this thing does not align. So you always did that in terms of social justice for the vulnerable.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So there was one weekend I was Shegun Adedipe, and then there is always this curiosity about journalists. You want to check the newspapers to see that your reports, your copies are published. And so very early while spending that weekend in Akure, we decided to take a walk to Ilesha Motor Park. You remember Ilesha Motor Park in Akure?
Of course, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
at Aole. So we went there.
That used to be the end of Akure, but now Akure has gone further.
No, Akure has, it's almost merging with places like Ijare and Ilaramoki.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And the Bule, where anyway, so we were there to pick copies of the dailies to check. And then this lady came. I didn't even she mentioned back in our ancestral town.
Sorry, you say she came to you while you were picking up the dailies. We lost
yes, and greeted, and Shegun, my friend, introduced me to her. Oh, this is my friend Oladimeji Abitogun from Abuja. And then she said, "Oh, you're Abitogun?" I said, "Yes." "Do you know this?" I said, "Yes." "That's my elder brother. You know that?" I said, "Yes." "So and so." I said, "Yes." I mean, it's one big family. So I thought that was the end of the matter. I was in Abuja one day, and then I was told in my office that somebody came to see me, and then we'll come back. Who could this be? Came to see me, I will come back. So I was just filing in my report. In those days, there was no internet, and we would write longhand and fill copies.
You would write longhand?
Yes, we would write longhand.
Right.
And feed those
you will read them.
No, you will feed them into the fax machine.
Into the fax machine. Right.
You will fax them to the newsroom in Lagos.
Wow.
So I was about concluding my assignment for the day, and then this person came back, and I still remember that face. She now told me, "Oh, you don't remember? I'm so and so. You saw me with Honorable Shegun Adedipe in Akure. Oh, how are you doing and all that? So how did you trace this place?" Said that. Well, she had to trace the address. She had to trace our Abuja Bureau office address from the newspaper. And okay, so where are you going now? And this,
she was definitely on a mission, for sure. I said she was definitely on a mission.
I may not be able to say now, but from what you said, extrapolating, that may be right. You never can tell. But what you said was, oh, walk. I didn't understand that street lingo. But when things started unraveling, they walk and all that. Then later when she was talking about pregnancy, I asked people, what's the meaning of walk? They told me that I was already in a pickle. Yeah, that was another way of saying that somebody was, into all these aristo, in Nigeria.
Right. Like runs. She done wrong girls. Okay.
She gave me one name back in the village. The household name was different.
She gave you one name back in the village.
She gave me a name. But when I ran a check on that name, they know her. But that is not the name that is not the name that she is popular with. That she goes. I mean,
from the village.
The village.
She didn't go by that.
No. Then I started calculating and recalibrating, but the damage was done because what happened was that when eventually I got caught, that one night stand, that moment where I decided not to apply the brain, but to use
you applied the other brain.
head, thinking below the belly, you know, an encounter that happened in December. This person came back, not in January, not in February, not in March, not in April, not in May, June, July. She said she was pregnant. And the way she was even dropping it, it was almost like a blackmail.
In June, July, she came back. Was she heavily pregnant at that time?
I didn't see her. She said,
sorry, you said she was heavily pregnant at that time. We're losing you for a second.
I did not see her, but she sent a message.
She was sending message.
Not sending. She sent a one-time
She
message.
sent a one-time message that she's pregnant.
She sent a message through an aunt, not my aunt, our own aunt, our uncle's wife. And in that letter, she was saying, what that thing that happened the other day later became pregnant, and everybody in the family was aware, no abortion, and nobody should even talk, and that if I rejected the pregnancy, I was going to commit suicide. At that point, I was really angry. I said, if she's going to commit suicide, let her go and commit suicide. That look like a pauper. This is like a setup. And then, you know, when that woman got to our office in Abuja, you know, my colleagues in that office, in that former office, the ones, I mean, that may be here. That woman like that.
You guys will pardon us. We're struggle streaming. Pardon us. Are you back?
You said?
Okay, go ahead. I was talking to the chat that we're struggle streaming a little bit. So yes, go back a little bit, like 1 minute or 30 seconds.
Yeah. So when when that woman brought the letter saying the lady was threatening suicide, and I needed to accept it, and I said, if she was going to commit suicide, let her commit suicide. What you are not.
So the rest of us can move on.
Yeah, but I mean, who does that? You never told me anything about pregnancy. Then you sent somebody, and then that person was now saying. But you know the drama that even happened before I got back to the office to see this person that brought this miserable message. She told them, you and I know that my mother died December 16, 1991.
Right. Oh, that was 1991.
Yes, yeah. I was a third-year university student then.
Yeah, take a quick pause. Take a quick pause. It's breaking now. Okay, continue. You're back.
Where did I stop? This person
just 20 seconds ago. You said you were talking about your mother died December 16, 1991.
Yes, but this person now popped up in our Abuja office. I was not there. She told my editor that she was that she was my mother, and everybody in the office started wondering.
Mother as how? This is like what? Almost 10 years later.
Yeah, everybody in the office was like, so is Dimeji such a huge liar? But he told everybody in the office that the mother died long ago.
And for perspective, we're talking about Abuja all the way to our township in Ondo State, right? And no phones, nothing. So nobody is doing. So what everybody knew that your mother had passed from your story, but somebody is showing up as they were your mother.
So when when she showed up, and I said,
Sorry, we're missing you there. Let it simmer. Aha. Continue.
and I said, Mama, come upstairs, come and explain to my editors, how are you my mother? As big as I am, why would I not know my mom? Can you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. You see, they're trying to hear your juicy story here, but this internet, it's not. But I'm hearing it. I'm trying my best to bring it across. Go ahead. So you told the person, come on, explain to my editor.
Yeah. And I told her, well, she told me the mission, and I read through what she brought. I said, well, do I look like a papa? But I'm coming to Ondo State, and then we'll check on her story. So eventually, I think I was on a mission to Lagos officially.
So you stopped in what's this Usho? Is this on the show or Bese? Yeah, what?
I stopped in Akure now.
In Akure, okay. So she lived. So she was raised in Akure. She was raised
in Usho, born and bred.
Born and bred in Usho, but she lived in Akure at this point in time.
You see the irony in the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
The house where she lived. Are you listening?
I'm listening. Yes.
The house where she was quartered in Akure.
Mm-hmm.
It was an apartment rented by her uncle.
Mm-hmm.
And that house actually belonged to my late uncle.
Fagba Migbe.
Olaya Fagba Migbe.
Okay.
And I knew that house, from way back in 1982.
Mm-hmm.
So, honestly, I'm like, so you live here? How did you get here? And I'm okay. But, this is not my house. It's an estate being run by my late uncle's
right. So can you hear me?
Are you listening?
Yes, I'm listening. I can hear you now.
And I said, if you were really pregnant for me, I'm not in denial, but if you are really pregnant for me, where were you in the past 6 months? You just showed up with a 6-7 months pregnancy, and then you are claiming it's mine. No problem. So Shegun Adedipe, my friend, now told me in confidence that look. So because this girl was introduced to you casually, so she's trying to pin stuff on you. This girl in this neighborhood has a reputation. They started telling me stuff. At that point, I was really angry with myself. But beyond
to put things in perspective, your wife, your brand new wife, at that time, just after a month of getting married, had traveled to United States of America. So yes, at some point, you will be looking forward to joining her or at least visiting. She also came home. I remember she came home to come and visit you, even after she came here, right? You said what? Sorry, what's missing?
She came home on a visit to check on me.
To check on you, right.
Yes, while I was recuperating. Yes.
Right. At that time. Yeah. So this is we're getting somewhere. So one night stand turned out. Now you ended up sending this. What I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, because you gave us a lot of gist over the years. I followed you to your girlfriend's houses, multiple times. Like long time ago, right?
Oh yeah, when I was in the university.
Right. So you gave us gist. Sometimes I will face out, so I'll face him. I know, like, there's holes in the stories that I have, but this particular situation was a peculiar one.
What holes? I don't understand. You mean
there are holes for if I tell your story, there will be holes in it because I will face in and out when you will tell us all these different stories, from school, your stories from school, the stories with these girlfriends, all these different girlfriends. In fact, there's another story that we will bring up another day, right? One of your girlfriends in the war that I think we should tell one day. You said which one?
The day we caught another man with
the day we caught yeah, that one. We tell that story another we tell that story another day, But but this particular situation, if I remember correctly, you ended up sponsoring this girl and the child for years. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
Okay.
But the moment, I supported her.
You started taking the responsibility of a father for a long time.
For the child.
For the child, yes, for the child.
Not wanting to have anything to do with the mother.
Right. You never did.
Yeah, because that lady, even from the testimony of our late mother, has always been a problem person, and
you've always been. We're losing you there. You've always been. Are you internet? Are you there?
Just calm down.
Okay, no, more okay. I got you. I'm trying to use that to pause it around until you catch it and then you come back. You're back now. Go ahead.
The late mother.
He said, "Just calm down."
Late mother testified. Are you listening?
I'm listening. Yeah, I'm listening.
That she was a problem child. Number 2.
Okay, that she was the late mother. Did you say the mother is late now?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
So her own mother at that time was saying she's a problematic girl.
But the mother begged me for mercy.
Oh, really?
Yes.
She asked for forgiveness.
Yes. And that, because from what the story the lady told, everybody believed I was the father of the baby girl. But inside me, I knew that may not be true.
Right. You always had doubt. You always had doubt. Huh. Is this what is this like this? Is it back? Okay, you're back. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you always knew, you always had the doubt.
I had that doubt. Let me say, let me use the word, I was cynical.
You were cynical, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I was cynical about the claims. Because the antics she was using, even after I have told my wife here in America that somebody was up to this game and this game and this game, and my wife made an offer to send whatever she would need to her. She was on a mission to wreck that marriage, number one, and she even, can you listen?
I'm listening. Except that it's not frozen. As soon as I say I'm listening, it started freezing. Can you hear me? Yes? Yes? Are you back?
Yes, I'm here.
It's going to be. Okay, you're back now. All right, good. All right.
She also approached some people in our extended family to to operate in cahoots with her to edge my wife out, saying she was Yoruba and the wife, my legal wife, was Igbo. And I don't look at at life from ethnic prism. No. That is a no-no.
From my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, this person, so you're my father's younger sibling, but you have two different mothers, right?
That's right.
On my father's mother's side, this person is related to us on my father's mother's side. Is that correct?
Yes.
So her father is like my father's cousin.
That's right.
On that side, but not related to you because you have two different mothers.
No.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's crazy. Now, at some point, did you ask for DNA test? Was that even a possibility in Nigeria?
The moment You see, it is unfortunate that this internet is behaving so.
We will get it right as one day. We will fix it and we will come back fresh. No wala.
Yeah, but the deal is that after I had supported so many things, oh God, we can't conclude this story tonight because so many contradictions happened, which bordered on fraud, extortion, and blackmail outrightly.
All right. So since you said it that way, it's 6:47 p.m. right now. Okay, we got about another 30 minutes. We're going to hang it there, right? We will continue the story, right? We're gonna fix your internet.
This is something that must
Right.
everybody must take
Take lessons out of yes, because this is rampant in Nigeria right now
we
too.
don't lower, our guards at any time. Individuals are there. I'm not given to.
Yeah, there's no way we're going to continue tonight. Just to make sure we do justice to this story. Thank God we didn't really cover it, right? We just give you a hint, right? We're going to set up another time and we're going to continue the story and to all the intricacies that goes into it, right? The one thing you should know right now is that he did ask for DNA test at some point, and we're going to pick up that story from there another day. But to finish this session, I want to talk a little bit about Arakuni.
Yes.
Is this sick? Is he sick? Is he actually sick? Is he taking treatment in London or somewhere?
Yes, from my checks, from my.
Sorry, Amabinu. For proper context, we're talking about the governor of Ondo State in Nigeria, which is our home state. So he's covering that story, and we wanted to touch on that a little bit. This guy the picture I saw looks like somebody that's going through some kind of chemo or something like that. So is that confirmed?
It is confirmed that the governor is indisposed.
It's frozen. It is confirmed that the governor is indisposed. That's the last time we lost you.
Yes, he is indisposed, and he may not likely be in Nigeria even as we speak. Well, all kinds of criminal, all kind of tendentious things have been perpetrated in his name, and he may not be aware of
because it's potentially not on ground.
Yes, you see, on those state citizens, indigenous are not known for cowardice, and we will call certain individuals out. I know Akeredolu fairly well.
You know Akeredolu fairly well.
For example, with him, I was able to achieve the unthinkable for my community. Hardly do you see people, accept to be traditional chiefs, kingmakers, or what have you, just because they may want to cater to their greed instinct. In my case, I'm not saying I'm an angel, but I've never joined anybody, and I've never, as an individual, transacted any land deal as a chief. That is not my thing. And if I'm in Nigeria, if I'm not getting advert patronage for my news outlet, you may find me on my farm where I do arables like tomatoes, okra, pepper, habanero, what have you.
He's breaking up.
So, to the main issue, as a traditional chief, there was a year I approached an old university architect who was then the chairman of RUWASA, the Rural Water Sanitation Agency in Ondo State, to extend articulated borehole to my community. That project was done for 76 million, but it did not take Akeredolu 1 week to give approval for the thing to be done for my community. And when it was done, he personally came for the commissioning. There, I requested that he should stop by to cut the tape to declare open an hotel facility that was built by Madam Chinyere, an Igbo woman who had invested alongside her children about 300 million.
This was in Ayedi Ogbese, correct?
Yeah.
Are you there?
The campaign for the second term.
This was in Ayedi Ogbese, correct?
Yes, this was in Ayedi Ogbese.
This one built a hotel in Ayedi Ogbese?
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody knows what I'm saying. There is no embellishment in my stories.
Right,
you know?
right.
I mean, Akeredolu came. That was, he flagged off the Kamomi Aketi project from Ayedi Ogbese. The Minister of Water Resources, Engineer Suleiman, came with him from Abuja to also flag off the campaign against open defecation in Ayedi Ogbese. And this program, this project was facilitated by Honorable Mrs. Yetunde Adeyanju. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Yes, it was facilitated. That shows you that I know Aketi. And Aketi even told the late king of my community that, oh, you're IT for Dokwetu.
IT for Dokwetu. It started cracking up there, right there. IT for Dokwetu.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yes.
Yeah, that IT for Dokwetu articulates whatever he wants for his community properly. And there's no ambiguity. So, to let you know what Aketi said about me, somebody I know relatively well. At another time, to let you know that I know what I'm talking about. Akeredolu, if he was, and I'm praying that he recuperates, that he gets well. If he was fully conscious of what they are doing, he would have expressed strong objection to what they are doing. He would reject what they are doing.
So you're saying he doesn't know?
He does not know. Let me accentuate that for you.
Okay.
When he was campaigning for second term, APC, ahead of that time, I have a way of exerting demands on behalf of my community. Because to see
it's breaking.
Alongside other community leaders that.
Right. Now, let me ask you this question: the type of work you were doing as a high chief of that community, it sounds like something that senators and politically elected people should have been doing. This is this wasn't supposed to be your role as a traditional ruler.
So if you see, let me tell you, what is a chief? Because we hear people using their chieftaincy titles to justify fetish and ritualistic involvement. Being a chief means you are like a minister to the king.
You're like a minister, but not a minister, though.
That is what you are. Don't glorify what is not. That is what you are. So, if you cannot minister to the needs of your people and your community, can you really describe yourself as?
Okay, I'm going to ask you this.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yes, it's back now.
Yeah, whatever honor you are given, whatever honor is conferred on you, is meant to better serve humanity. And
I agree, and that's the point. It's actually me giving you your flowers because some high
okay.
chief,
So,
what they would
so,
do is take advantage of.
this other time, Ola,
Yeah.
when they were running for second term, the major transformer in Ayedo had been stolen.
You thought that was you thought that was a film trick, right? They do steal transformers in Nigeria.
Yeah, it is true. People came, they stole. So we appealed to APC for months, almost 9 months. They did not.
Which means some people were left in darkness, correct?
Yes. Election was going to come.
Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Now I can. Yes. Let's do this, right? In this last 3 minutes, I want to ask you a question. When we heard that you were being I don't know if I should call it installed, ordained, a high chief in our great Ayede Ogbese, of course, you know, I spent most of my childhood holidays. Yeah.
Let's finish on this.
No, we have to reset because the thing is struggling seriously, and it's struggling really badly. So I want to make sure we finish on a good note because I know you're coming back. I'm going to be working with you personally to make sure the internet is good. Because these people will not let me rest. You should see them in the chat. Let me even read some comments to you so far because they're talking, right. Natu says this internet no try for us. Right. So let's see. Someone said Wahala. Gracious Greatness says so this elder became a sponsor of a particular child. So they're trying to pick the pieces in the stories together, right? He said this is not just struggle streaming, you are streaming bites and pieces. So I'm sure a lot of people pick some and they will try to grab on to that story. So we have to do them a solid. We have to make sure we come back and make sure the internet is good. But once these people tag onto you and they know you, they want to milk everything out of you, you know. So MOP said Nati says MOP don't mention time, leave iChief to talk. See, she's the one. Someone complaining 1 minute ago. Now she said I should leave you to talk. You see, so this person, I'm not actually keeping up with the story. Unfortunately, I'm not catching the lessons that they're dropping anyway. I go persevere. So I want to make sure that somebody said, please, Uncle has to come back. Oh, no, I got you. His family, so he will come back. You know. But let me ask you this question to round off this session, right? Yeah. When we heard that you were being ordained, installed, whatever they call it, I don't know the language they use for that, but basically being made a high chief in our great Ayede Ogbese, you know, a lot of the family members, because of the conservative nature of the family we come from, they weren't too. They weren't too. You know, this was a struggle, right? Because a lot of people have become born again Christians. Somehow they become born again Christians. You can't do high chief, you can't do traditional ruler. There's assumptions that as a high chief, they're going to do rituals and stuff that Christians cannot do, right? So I'm not sure what you did because I did not enter the room with you. High Chief Oladimeji Abitogun, right? But I also know that you're a church boy. We were all church boys growing up. You were just talking to me earlier that you play a little bit of keyboard here and there, right? Because you grew up in church, right? How did you consolidate the world of traditional ruler? Being a traditional ruler, you're literally top 3 in that city, right? In terms of traditional rulers. And being a Christian, is that something that's like could be a young man coming later on? All of them have to become traditional ruler at some point. Somebody has to be it, but they are all following Adeboye. I know you did at the same time, right? How did you do it, right? Or you didn't do anything? You did all of it. How did you consolidate the two?
Thank you very much. Let me tell you, faith and call to leadership did not cancel each other out. Are we listening?
I'm listening.
Faith and call to service. True leadership. Do not cancel each other out. You see, the tragedy of the African is that he's been conditioned to hate himself, to question his identity. Are you listening?
Yes, I'm listening.
And reject everything that is about him. The same people who were saying, oh,
The same people who were saying,
who had issues with me accepting to be a traditional chief, would they have objected if I had been made Minister of Finance in Nigeria?
no, ó kàn wá nìyẹn nígbà tí wọ́n ṣépè fún wa láti lè wá.
It's not about that leadership anymore. It's about the
No,
money.
it's about the money. Yeah.
Like one comes with money, one comes with service and selflessness. The other thing I would say is this: if an Abitogun is rejecting the offer of one of them serving as a traditional chief or key chieftain in the royal council, do you think such an Abitogun actually knows his own history or our own history? Who are we as
the reality is that we've never paid. The average person does not pay attention to history, even the closest history.
Yes.
They don't. Sorry, let's clog up. Okay, go ahead.
There?
You're back, yes.
Yeah, there were times I followed my late elder brother, late Chief Oladimeji Abitogun,
Right.
to the palace of Ojomoluda in Ijebu. That is our credo. We are princes and princesses. So, if you are now called in recognition of the long-time contributions of our family to the making of
that community, yeah.
Why should anybody not be excited? At any rate, since serving on the stool, I've not done anything that has demonstrated to anybody that I am spiritually compromised. No. And let me also tell you, this phase of a thing is a very personal thing. Are there no pastors
that do spiritually, that are spiritually compromised? Sorry, it's cracking up. You said, are there no pastors?
There are pastors, there are imams, there are high priests of those traditional religions that in what's it called, in comportment, in actions and everything, that are worse than Satan.
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, at this point, that's
well,
a fact.
you know, I'm a man of simple faith. After I love to keep this personal, but I'm not also ashamed of the mark of Christ that I carry. And I do not belong to any secret society. And I'm not saying that to attract anybody's approval or anything. I really don't care about that. What I'm just saying is that for me, it's about leadership and service. Finally, you look at the caliber. Are you listening?
I'm listening.
You look at the caliber of the king.
Okay, it clogged up at caliber of the king. If you let it simmer a little bit. Yeah, you're not back yet. Okay, caliber of the king. Continue now.
Yeah, the caliber of the king, the character, the integrity of the person. If it was one murderous leader, individual, with a blood-stained hands, that come and be adopted, come and be chief, I would not accept. I can vouch for the integrity of the man that installed me.
Who called you and installed you? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And that's
Don't forget,
the late King
yeah,
Oluyede.
don't forget, he was a judge member of Code of Conduct Tribunal in Nigeria. And
Right,
I
right.
lived with him
Hmm.
at a point. I find him almost totally incorruptible.
Hmm.
I'm talking of the late Oba Professor
Late
Oluyede.
Oba Oluyede, yes. Yeah.
Yes, he,
Yeah.
he did not come from being, he was
Sorry, it did not come from. Let's let it
did
free
not
up a little bit. Let it free up a little bit. Okay, there you go. Continue.
I said
It,
he did not come from being a non-entity or nobody.
right. It was well off, well achieved man
He
who
was,
decided to come back and serve his community.
yes, and remember, that was the man in whose, if Baba Babalola is hearing me now, he can testify to that. The Faculty of Law of University, Afe Babalola University, started in that man's living room in Ayede Obese. Only the name was what the what's it called? The Legal Education Council needed for accrediting law program for Afe Babalola University. I'm a blessed person. I'm a blessed person. I don't have all the money in the world. I don't even have money. But you know, when it comes to true love,
When it comes to true love,
then
you said
loving every,
you said when it comes to true love, we lost you there.
yeah, true
Continue.
love for people, God's creatures, for everything God created. Yeah, I'm big about that, and I count that as a source of blessing, even in my disability and all that. That's why you find me demonstrating so much ability and vigor.
That's awesome. So, you owe us big time. So, but we say that respectfully to the High Chief, you know. But I want to say thank you for giving us 2 hours of your precious time today to come and share some insights with us. You give us a little of peep into your world, and you know, I'll say I'm blessed to know you personally, but I think as a community here too, we're blessed to have been able to and we're looking forward to the next one, you know. So like I said, I'll personally be working with you, and you're also going to be helping us to understand the political landscape in Nigeria, knowing what you know, the experience that you bring to the table, and then we want to have some more conversations around that too, because over here on Men of Prestige, we pride ourselves in talking about relationships, but we talk about relationships from a self-power, social seduction, attraction, and emotional intelligence standpoint. And these are things that are involved in power dynamics across the board, no matter what type of relationship, interactions, any aspect of the human experience. And we feel like you can bring a lot to the table in terms of helping us dissect and understand that, you know. So, D-Love Sokwe, I still want to hear the story of the girlfriend, sir.
The story of what?
Of the girlfriend.
The one that we caught with a man, or
the one we caught with a man. I will let you tell it when you come back. Listen, it's been a long time coming, you know. We didn't fall out of the skies. It's been a long time coming, but it's a blessing to still have you, but DG, because you know the devil tried it, and you know the devil's a liar. We're also going to want to hear more about your marriage, because that's your ex-wife now, and we're going to want to hear more about that when we come back next time, you know. But yeah, thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
All right, and hang out in the background while I end the show.
All right.
And hang out. All right, everybody, that was awesome. Still, I had a good time, you know. Let me know what your thoughts are. You know, we tried to do some testing and stuff like that, but we had set the date, and I can tell that we're going to struggle a little bit today, but I didn't know it was going to be that bad. But it wasn't that bad after all. We're still able to extract a lot out of it. So, but I want to say thank you for those of you that ride it with us anyway, you know, regardless. You know, I want to appreciate you. D-Love says thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Chinye, Natu, gracious greatness. Of course, Lady Navora, shout out to you. For everybody that stopped by today, do me a favor, help me share, like, turn up the notifications. Okay, the next series of shows that we'll be scheduling out, we will be coming back to business, so don't miss out. Don't sleep on this. Okay, Chiye said that original gist need to be completed. Yeah, we'll come back to here. We'll come and do it, no worries. Okay, so I want to appreciate you. Hopefully you've been enlightened and educated. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Beautiful girl, sparkling night, killing time. I find a beautiful girl.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One loving up, we done enough.